Now looky here, looky here. We got our schoolwork, and we got our weights. We got our brains, we got our gains. You are a college student, but at the same time, we're looking out after our fitness. This is the video, man. This is a hot topic right here. Many of you probably don't know what the freshman 15 is. I really hope none of you have to go through the freshman 15. First off, what is it? Ultimately, it is the 15 pounds of fat that you're gonna gain your freshman year of college. What's up, everyone? David here. We got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you miss on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Now looky here, looky here. We got our schoolwork, and we got our weights. We got our brains, we got our gains. You are a college student, but at the same time, we're looking out after our fitness. This is the video, man. This is a hot topic right here. Many of you probably don't know what the freshman 15 is. I really hope none of you have to go through the freshman 15. First off, what is it? Ultimately, it is the 15 pounds of fat that you're gonna gain your freshman year of college. Believe it or not, it is a real thing. Well, I shouldn't say it's a real thing. Depending on the person, it might be something that they have to go through, but they don't have to. So again, just going over what exactly is the freshman 15. It started off as like, just kind of joking around, but once you're actually in college, you'll see that many people, their freshman year, they actually do gain weight. Man, let me tell you a quick story about how the freshman 15 really affected not just myself, but all my other classmates who were going into with me to college freshman year. Freshman year for me, 2019-2020, that academic school year, it was a rough one. Because what else happened? Yes, it was a monumental moment for many, going to college the first time incoming freshman. But 2020, that spring semester of that year, what happened? The whole world just completely fell apart. Corona, the pandemic, lockdown, we were all stuck in our homes for such a long period of time. So those people that went in with me freshman year, not only did they gain the freshman 15, but they also gained the quarantine 15. Do y'all remember that? How many of you can remember when we were locked down in 2020 going to 2021, hell, practically even into 2022? How many of you went through an excessive amount of weight gain? And not even if you're a college student, just even if you were like parents or just anyone in general, we were stuck at home for weeks on end. You couldn't go out anywhere. Obviously, you're just eating nonstop. You're gaining weight. And what was funny is I gained weight without a doubt, obviously, but I wasn't eating unhealthy or as unhealthy as everyone else was, and I didn't gain as much weight as everyone else. I still gained weight, but not as much as everyone else, because some people, oof, man, they really transformed themselves. Why? It's because I have a home gym right here. I was still getting my gains in. So even when the rest of the world was shut down, no one had access to any gyms. Well, lucky for me, I had my own gym here. But I was still eating the same type of diet that I was eating pre-pandemic. The same type of diet I was eating in high school and that first semester of college. Chicken and rice, steak, fruits, vegetables, protein shakes, drinking plenty of water. My diet was still top tier. I was still eating exactly what I needed to. But the fact that I was stuck at home, I wasn't getting my steps in. So I never really realized just how much I was walking throughout the day on campus, walking from class to class, which, by the way, for all of you incoming freshmen, when you're looking at the map to try to figure out where to go for your next class, trying to find that building, I just want to point out, those buildings are a lot farther apart in person than they appear on the map. So you better better start walking a little faster, because you will be late. I was late to every single class the first week of school because I didn't know where anything was. And it's like, oh yeah, it's just 2 or 3 buildings down. Bro, why didn't you tell me they're like a mile away from each other? But whatever. But yeah, I wasn't getting those steps in. And then I was wondering, I'm like, I'm still working out hard. I'm still eating healthy. Why am I still gaining all this weight? It's those steps, man. Those steps from going class to class, walking up and down the stairs, even something as little as going from where you park your car to walking to the building where your first class is of the day. All that stuff adds up. But you know what? I saw that, I realized that, so I'm like, all right, no big deal. I got some cardio pieces here in the home gym. I'll just, do an hour of cardio here. I mean, I have the time. I'm not commuting. What would have been the time that I took to commute to and from campus was the time that I'm like, all right, now I got 1 hour to do cardio here. So I'll do the stationary bike. I'll do the elliptical. I'll walk around the block right here. No big deal. But afterwards, when it was time to return in person, which was I think right around my first semester of senior year, so 2.5 years have passed by since I've seen my friends from freshman year. Oh man, when I saw them for the first time, the amount of weight they gained, ooh, man, their ankles, I'm pretty sure, were killing them from carrying all that extra load. But it just goes to show you, they had to go through not only the freshman 15, but the quarantine 15. That's 30 pounds of excess fat they're carrying on their frame. Man, that was a rough one. Now, why exactly is this? Is it good weight or is it bad weight? Well, so if you're bulking, gaining muscle, then it's good. But oftentimes these 15 pounds that some students may gain is usually, body fat, and eventually they become overweight. So why exactly does this happen? Well, there could be a multiple reasons as to why we would do that. First off, when you're in college, some of you may be dorming for the first time. You may be living on your own for the first time. So that way you have to rely on yourself. You no longer have your mom to cook for you, all right? You no longer have it easy. You actually gotta be responsible for yourself. And for many students, they don't know how to cook. And that's a problem when you're in college because now you're living on your own. You gotta eat something. So what do they resort to? They resort to going out and getting fast food. And let's be completely honest, around all college campuses, are there that many healthy spots? Not really, but are there a bunch of unhealthy spots? Absolutely. I mean, look what we got right here. We got a Jack in the Box walking distance away from campus. Is that the healthiest thing you can eat? Definitely not. What do we have right down the road from there? We have a Dunkin' Donuts as well. I mean, is that healthy? No. Is it a good breakfast? No. Does it taste good? Yes, but that's besides the point. And right here, we're about to pass the Holy Grail. I mean, everywhere, nothing but unhealthy foods. Tastes great, but unhealthy. Look at, we got The Habit. We got Dave's Hot Chicken. And that's just on one block right here. I mean, look at it. As delicious as it may be, as good of a cheat meal as it may be, is it ideal? No. What do we have over here on this side? We got Chipotle, a little bit healthier, but you always ruin it when you add all your extra sauces. Right there, the most common one, every 5 blocks. You can't go anywhere without seeing at least one McDonald's here and there. Across the street from right here, look at, now we got a pizza place, a little diversity, a little Italian, Pieology. Is that healthy? Depending. I mean, like I said, it's a good cheat meal, but man, y'all just be taking advantage of everything. Here, look at that right there in the corner. We got a Panda Express. And then right across the street, we got Sharky's, a little bit healthier, but again, y'all find ways around it. Wiener Schnitzel, definitely calorically dense. And right here, now we're driving a little further away from campus. Realistically, it's like a less than 5-minute car ride. We got a Chick-fil-A, maybe some healthy options. I mean, you can get a salad and you can get the grilled chicken, but let's be honest, if you're going to Chick-fil-A, you're not there to eat healthy. You're there to get the fried chicken. So we got that, and then right behind it, we got Wendy's, and you already know them Frosties. In this summer heat, So healthy, no. Delicious, absolutely. Now, if you're going out to eat, let's just say at a fast food restaurant, getting fried chicken, getting hamburger, getting a slice of pizza, whatever it may be, if you only do it like one time per week, all right, that's not too bad. But it's usually when it becomes a consistent thing and that's solely what you're relying on to feed yourself throughout the day. Well, but what do you expect? Obviously, you're gonna have some type of weight gain. And also maybe you're not necessarily peer pressured, but when you're in college, you hang out more with your friends, you have a little bit more liberty, you wanna go and explore, you're in a new environment, new people, just so much around you that you're gonna take advantage of. So they may be saying, hey, we're gonna go out after class, do you wanna come with us? Yeah, obviously you're gonna go because you're here to enjoy your time in college as well. But obviously wherever it is that you're going, the food is not gonna be as healthy. That should be an obvious. So there you are, just overeating on the calories. Now, that's not to say that I don't eat that type of food. I definitely do. Everyone does. No one really eats as healthy as they say they do. But the problem comes when you do it every day, even sometimes multiple times a day. You're getting lunch at a fast food restaurant. You're getting dinner at a fast food restaurant. Over time, that adds up. It shouldn't be that often. It should be maybe, like a once a week type of thing or during like a cheat day type of thing. But when you start overdoing it, obviously, you're going to see the weight gain. Now, what can we do about that? Well, instead of going out so much, maybe you can learn how to cook and you make your own food from home. But whatever food you are making at home, just because it's homemade
doesn't mean it's healthy. Like I always said, whether you have a cake outside or you bake a cake at home, at the end of the day, it's still cake. There's still frosting, all right? There's still, it's not as good as you may think it is just because it's at home. If it's still a junk food or an unhealthy food, it's still the same ingredients you're making from home compared to if you were to go out and buy it. I mean, there's no difference there. So make healthier options at home. However, many of you might be living in dorms. When you're in dorms, obviously you don't have a kitchen, you can't make your own food, so you have no choice but to go to maybe like the school cafeteria, or you do have to go out to restaurants. Okay, no big deal. Just opt for the healthier options. Go to some place that maybe they sell some salads. Maybe don't overdo it with all the sauces. You can choose healthier options when you go out. You're just choosing not to. Now, that's it for the food, but when people gain these 15 pounds of freshman year, it's not always just because they're eating so much, so much, so much. Maybe part of it is because they're not moving around throughout the day enough. Remember, it's not just about the calories. It's also about how much you're burning. It's all about calories in versus calories out. Those calories out, how are we burning them? We're burning them through, workouts, walking from class to class, walking from the parking lot to the building, all this movement, every time we move around, that's burning calories. And the problem is, if you're a student, a full-time student, you're gonna be seated for hours at a time. All right, the whole day you're studying, you're right there at your desk, you're typing up your notes, you're writing down, reading this textbook. How about from time to time you get up from whatever it is you're doing and you get a little bit of movement in, get the blood flowing, stretch, walk around, walk up and down the hallway, just don't be seated for such a long period of time. You'd be surprised. Those little couple steps that you take here and here, at the end of the day, those steps are going to be added up. What's another thing that you can do? Well, many college buildings, they're multi-stories. How about instead of waiting for the elevator, which is always going to be packed regardless, how about you take the stairs? And plus, you save time that way. The amount of time that it takes you to wait for the elevator to finally come down to your floor, to then pick you up, to take you to whatever floor you need to go, you could have just been making your way up the stairs, and boom, you get there faster, and it burns more calories. It's the little things like this that really make a difference when you're driving to campus. Let's just say from whatever apartment you're living in, or if you commute, you're from home, or even if you're like parking in the dorms, but you still have to drive, a good amount to get to school, whatever. How about when you park in the parking lot, you park a little bit further away, so that forces you to actually walk a little bit further to get to whatever building, whatever classroom you're in. All those steps add up throughout the day. But it's not just about the steps either. Sometimes, you actually got to put some emphasis behind your workouts. Those of you who are going to college, you may not have been working out at all before, but it might be a good time to maybe start working out as well. Many of you, maybe you're going into college as a previous high school athlete. Maybe you played football, track and field, basketball, softball, baseball, volleyball, swim, whatever sport it was that you played in high school. Just because you graduated doesn't mean that's the only time in your life that you would have been athletic, that you would have been in shape, that you would have been working out consistently. No, those good habits you had to put you in that type of shape to being, compete in that sport. How about we continue on with our fitness going into college? Don't just completely fall out. Don't be such a good athlete, nice physique, in shape in high school, and then a couple months later, once you're in college, all of a sudden now you're out of shape, have no athleticism, you don't look good, and you don't feel good. You could feel when you gain the weight. No, how about you actually continue to work out? Every college that I know of, they have some type of rec center there on campus. Take advantage of it. It's free. You pay for it in your tuition. Go ahead, hit your squats, your bench press, your rows, work out your back, your legs, your arms, everything. Go ahead and get a lot of work in. Take advantage of that facility. Along with that, it's not just about the cardio. I know previously I said, you got to take your steps. You also got to be building muscle, because for those who don't know, when we sit down, whether we're, writing our notes, reading our textbooks, studying, we're still burning calories. Even though we're not moving around, our body's still burning calories to help keep us alive. But those of us who have a higher muscle mass, we're going to be burning even more calories in that stationary position compared to someone who has less muscle but more fat. So if you want to avoid the excessive college weight gain, okay, how about you actually do gain some weight, but it be in muscle, so that way you burn more calories in a resting state, so that when you are in the classroom, you are at your dorm, if you are at home studying, reading, doing whatever it is that you have to do, you're burning even more calories than you otherwise would. That's going to help you not gain that excess fat that we're all trying to avoid, or at least not gain as much. There's other factors to take into consideration. But at the end of the day, when you go into college, the freshman 15 is no joke. Depending on who you are, you may go through, you may gain that weight just because, again, it's just so easy to go out and explore all these new food options. You want to go out, hang out with your friends, you want to go party, you want to go drink, you want to go eat unhealthy. You're not going to be working out, you're done with high school, you're not playing sports anymore, just completely fall off the wagon. No, there's ways to still stay in shape and avoid that excessive college gain your freshman year of college. You just got to stay consistent with whatever it is you're doing, and you actually got to make the commitment to it. Eat a little healthier. Learn how to cook. If you don't have a kitchen in your dorm and you do have to go out to the cafeteria, okay, pick the healthier options. If you do have to go to a restaurant, fast food specifically, okay, try to find whatever is the healthiest thing on the menu. Work out. Get your steps in. Don't take the elevator. Take the stairs. Park a little farther away so that way you can actually walk a little bit more. Take advantage of getting those steps in. It's such a small little tip, but over the day, those steps are going to be adding up. And then work out, man. Use that gym membership. And the campus has a rec center. Use it to your advantage. Build muscle. That's what's really going to help you stay in shape and really avoid the excess weight gain that we're all trying to avoid. Hopefully this video was helpful. Comment down below if you have any other tips about how to avoid the freshman 15. And if you yourself, you were that person that did gain those 15 pounds, what exactly did you do that led you to that point so we can let all these other people know to avoid that? And what did you do to help you get you back in shape? Let's try to help each other out. Also, comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is. Comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe not just to my channel, but my girlfriend's channel, or couples channels, so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couples accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.